From complete disfigurement to 10 different surgeries in one day, here's our list of botched celebrity plastic surgeries that made them unrecognizable. Starting off, we have Linda Evangelista. Linda Evangelista is a Canadian fashion model who is regarded as one of the most accomplished and influential models of all time. Now, unfortunately, Linda had a horrible experience that left her so botched she hadn't been seen in public for 5 years. Now, on September 23, 2021, she came out of hiding and she explained what happened. Linda revealed that she underwent cool sculpting, which she said left her unrecognizable, as it allegedly caused fat cells in her face to multiply. She explained it in an Instagram post saying, "To my followers who have wondered why I have not been working while my peers' careers have been thriving, the reason is that I was brutally disfigured by a procedure which did the opposite of what it promised." Now, she said that the procedure's rare but serious side effect not only destroyed her livelihood, but it had sent her into a cycle of deep depression, profound sadness, and the lowest depths of self-loathing. Thankfully though, she's gained some of her confidence back and has continued modeling, but I can't even imagine going through something like that. Then there's Cardi B. Cardi B took to Instagram in late 2022 to share her plastic surgery regrets, telling fans that they should stay away from enhancing their features. "In August, I got surgery and removed 95% of my biopolymers. If you don't know what that is, it's butt shots. It was a really crazy process," she detailed. "All I'm going to say is that if you are young, if you're 19, 20, 21, and sometimes you're too skinny and you'll be like, OMG, I don't have enough fat to put in my butt, so you result to butt shots, don't." Now, she has been candid about her cosmetic work in the past, once revealing that she paid $800 for illegal silicone shots. She underwent the procedure in a basement in 2014, which is just super sketchy to begin with, and she never should have gotten them. Now we have Janice Dickinson. Janice Dickinson has described herself as the first supermodel, as she was one of the most successful models of the 1970s and 80s. Now, she has admitted to having a breast enlargement, tummy tuck, neck and facelifts, and liposuction in the past. But in 2016, after an urgent mammogram and biopsy, her doctor broke the news that she had cancer. Janice said upon getting checked out, she was told by the mammogram technician that it's more challenging to detect abnormalities when a woman has breast implants. "If I had to play my life over again, I would have never gotten breast implants in the first place," she admitted. "I didn't need to have a mastectomy, although I'm just so blessed as Janice being Janice that I said take them out, cut them out, just take them out now." Then we have Amanda Lepore. New York socialite Amanda Lepore shocked everyone with her plastic surgeries over the past few decades. Her continuous enhancements earned her the title the most expensive body on earth. Now, she may not think that she's botched, but she definitely is. "Sometimes I think about doing and getting more stuff done to my body, but not really," she told the New York Post. "Plastic surgery is for when you don't like things. Everything I've already gotten looks so good." Now, she underwent hairline lowering and eyebrow lifting in Mexico in the year 2000, double eyelid surgery, several cheekbone augmentations, rhinoplasty, lip augmentation and reduction, breast augmentation, rib reshaping surgery, and gender reassignment surgery. Now, she looks nothing like her old self, but I guess for her, that was the point. Next up, we have Katie Price. Katie Price underwent extreme plastic surgeries, which started with a chest enhancement when she was just 18 years old. She's also had rhinoplasty, fillers, a facelift, fat injections, and liposuction. "It's like a car, you have an MOT. If you get a scratch or dent, you fix it, and that's how I feel with my body," Price said of her surgeries. "I'm not trying to look younger, I definitely don't want to look alien when people go over the top and look like freaks, but it appears that she might have already gone that way because she just does not look normal at all." And finally, we have Heidi Montag. Heidi Montag underwent 10 cosmetic surgeries in one day in 2010. She had a chin reduction, rhinoplasty, liposuction, brow lift, facial fat injections, and breast augmentation, just to name a few. Now, she also had her ears pinned back. She later appeared on Page Six's virtual reality podcast and recalled the time she had her chin sawed off. "At the time, my surgeon was like, oh, it will be a quick recovery, a few months, and it took me over a year to heal, so I could barely talk with my jaw," she said. Now, if you think that 10 surgeries in one day are dangerous, they are. Heidi admitted that her heart stopped beating for a couple of minutes and they thought she was going to pass away. Now, all of this over some plastic surgery is just Crazy.
Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have Bella Hadid. Would your parents have allowed you to get a nose job at the age of 14? Well, Bella Hadid's did. For years, speculation rumors have followed the model due to her drastically changing face. Though she isn't botched at all, she does look completely different than she used to. When asked about her plastic surgery journey, she admits to having a nose job at the age of 14. She goes on to say, quote, "I wish I had kept the nose of my ancestors. I think I would have grown into it." While admitting to just the nose job, she denies the rumors of getting an eye lift or lip filler. Bella says, quote, "Whoever thinks I've gotten my eyes lifted or whatever, it's face tape. The oldest trick in the book." She did admit to thinking about her looks in maybe not the most loving way, revealing how it was not only a large part of her childhood, but affected her getting her foot into the modeling industry. She shares, quote, "I was the uglier sister. I was the brunette. I wasn't as cool as Gigi, not as outgoing. That's really what people said about me, and unfortunately when you get told things so many times, you just believe it." Though never revealing she has had anything more than a nose job, doctors have speculated her clear skin could be a result of fillers. What do you guys think? Secret plastic surgery or just someone who has a really good skincare routine? In our number 9 spot today we have Courtney Cox. The iconic Friends legend has never been shy to admit her plastic surgery fails, which is something we really have to admire. Revealing how she has a lot of young friends making her feel young too, she says how she feels they are all the same age until she really studies it. When asked about her 60th birthday, which is in the near future, she responded saying, quote, "Oh god, it's so hard to even hear or say. I can't believe it. There's nothing wrong with being 60, but time just goes by so fast." Her face has changed, of course, with age, but with injections, age sometimes looks a little different. Courtney reveals she is finally coming to terms with aging and is going to begin embracing it, saying, quote, "I tried to change that youthfulness for years and I didn't realize that, oh, I'm actually starting to look really strange with injections and doing stuff to my face that I would never do now." Once she realized that people were talking about her interesting choices in surgery and fans sharing how they felt the star was looking quite different, is how she knew that it was time for her to stop. Admitting later that it is just crazy, she agrees with fans that at a point she was beginning to look unrecognizable. Being a big fan of fillers in the past, she announced in 2017 that she had them dissolved. She said, quote, "I've had to learn to embrace the movement and realize that fillers are not my friend. I've had all of my fillers dissolved. I'm as natural as can be. I feel better because I look more like myself. I think that now I look more like the person I was. I hope I do." In our number 8 spot today, we have Donatella Versace. Even though Versace fans love to mimic her words, no one quite wants her physical appearance as of lately. Being a huge fashion icon and stepping up when her brother, Gianni Versace, passed away, she really has shown the world who she is. But people have been noticing her ever-changing face throughout the years. When she first stepped off a flight in 2014, fans barely recognized her. Fans related her to looking like a melted candle in the heat, as her skin appeared to be waxy. A doctor came forward with a few speculations on what they thought she had gotten done, saying, quote, "Her skin is very shiny, which is a symptom of too much Botox and laser resurfacing used to smooth the skin. I think there is a bone loss in her lower jaw, so there may have been an implant there." A plastic surgery expert has chimed in as well to discuss her overdone Botox, especially regarding her forehead, saying, quote, "It's not natural for a woman of her age to have no lines and wrinkles on her forehead or around her eyes. I would expect her to have regular Botox treatments with her own non-surgical specialist." The expert also goes on to discuss her eyes and how they appear close to shut, showing how this is directly related to having too much Botox done. Admitting in the past to just getting Botox, but only on her face, she revealed in an interview that it does take a lot of work to get her look. If you think she's going to admit to more plastic surgery, she isn't. She says, quote, "I'm not like this genetically. I use tons of creams and take care of my hair and skin." Other plastic surgeons believe that she has gotten it all. After viral images of her spiraled around the internet, it landed her the nickname of human waxwork. In our number 7 spot today, we have Madonna. Over the years, Madonna has always been speculated as having gotten plastic surgery, with famously saying, quote, "To age is a sin." It's hard to believe she has never undergone any surgeries in the past. Up until Until recently, she has been pretty guarded about revealing any of the work she's had done, but this doesn't stop people from talking. Doctors and plastic surgery experts suspect the singer has had collagen implants, Botox, and facial implants done in the past few years. When asked about plastic surgery and to address the speculation in 2012, Madonna said, "I am certainly not against plastic surgery. However, I am absolutely against having to discuss it." Of course, being in the public eye, the conversation was definitely going to be brought back up again. Back in 2019, following a performance on New Year's Eve at the Stonewall Inn in New York, many fans and the media believed Madonna had gone as far as even getting butt implants put in. The singer was quick to respond to these reports, writing in a Twitter post, quote, "Desperately seeking no one's approval and entitled to free agency over my body, like everyone else." Recently, it seems Madonna isn't as shy to admit the procedures she is now getting done. The singer has apparently admitted to getting plastic surgery in a post on social media. This comes just 2 weeks after fans began expressing their concern about her unrecognizable appearance at the Grammys. One Grammy viewer wrote, when seeing the star on TV, quote, "What happened to Madonna? Is it just me, or does she look like someone who looks like Madonna?" Madonna posted a photo on her Twitter appearing to respond to the fact that fans believed she didn't look like herself. She captioned the photo with, quote, "Look how cute I am now that the swelling from surgery has gone down." Though she didn't give any more details on what the surgery she had done entailed, many believe that this is the most admittance that we will likely ever get from the star. What do you think of Madonna's new look? In our number 6 spot today, we have Renee Zellweger. Have you seen the Bridget Jones' Diary star Renee Zellweger lately? Did you recognize her? Many fans believe she has a completely different face than the one we all saw in the 2001 rom-com. This was my script, I would have referenced Chicago, just so everyone knows. One Twitter user wrote, quote, "I personally think that as an actor, you have to be careful when changing parts of your face. In my view, Renee is unrecognizable." Though she has never admitted to getting anything done in the past, saying in 2016, quote, "Not that it's anyone's business, but I did not make a decision to alter my face and have surgery on my eyes." Doctors have continued to come forward for their beliefs on what Renee has potentially gotten done. An expert surgeon agreed with fans' speculation of the surgeries, revealing they believe she has had several procedures done in the past. They go on to say, quote, "Renee has undergone some facial procedures to contour the shape of her face, including fillers to give her face a fuller appearance, plus Botox around the brow area to tighten her skin and make it appear more youthful." When Renee first stepped into the Hollywood scene, she had a very unique look, with many saying that her heavy eyelids were all a part of her charm. The expert surgeon explained that with age, this feature can give the appearance of having tired and droopy looking eyes, going on to explain that it appears Renee opted to avoid this outcome and went on to have a procedure to open up her eyes and give her more of a youthful appearance. Renee explains to the press that this is actually just from working out and a healthy diet.
Number 5, Lili Reinhart's comments. The actress spoke out about the extreme diet that Kim did in order to fit into the dress, the same one that was once worn by Marilyn Monroe. While chatting with W Magazine, she said that attending the Met Gala is always fun, but after going again this year, she doesn't think she'll be invited back. Quote, "I said a certain something about a certain person in a certain dress. I've always wanted to stand for something. While I don't like it if one comment by me turns into 17 articles in People magazine, I never overthink what I post. It has to be a true representation of how I feel. And I would say that whether I had 100 followers or 100 million. At the time, Lili criticized Kim's extreme diet and said, "To openly admit to starving yourself for the sake of the Met Gala when you know very well that millions of young men and women are looking up to you and listening to your every word. The ignorance is otherworldly disgusting," which is true considering that's the reason that a lot of people took issue with what Kim did at the Met. The controversy was not only about the fact that she lost weight to try to fit into this dress, it was about the fact that she gave a lengthy interview about how she tried to lose that weight. Number 4, Kylie's lip fillers. Kylie came under fire as a teen for getting lip injections to try and enhance her natural pout. For years, she denied this fact and simply said that she was overlining her lips with makeup to achieve this effect. She eventually capitalized on the speculation and released a product called the Kylie Lip Kit, where she assured fans that they could get similar results. But that didn't stop fans from noticing the drastic changes to her appearance in in the more than 10 years since the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians aired in 2007. But after years of denying that she had lip fillers, the star eventually came clean about that particular cosmetic touch-up. During a 2015 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kylie admits, quote, "I have had temporary lip fillers. It's just an insecurity of mine and it's what I wanted to do." But it's a little bit sad when you look at why she got it done. Quote, "I was 15 and I was insecure about my lips. I have really small lips, and it was like one of my first kisses and a guy was like, I didn't think you would be a good kisser because you have such small lips." She also admitted that she definitely made her lips a little too big at one point before her sisters pointed it out and said, "Kylie, you need to chill." And they were definitely right to let her know that it was becoming too much. Number 3, using a wheelchair as a prop. In 2016, Kylie's December-January cover of Interview magazine came out with a lot of controversy. The cover and inside photos featured the reality star posing in a golden wheelchair in a way that makes her look sort of like a doll. The then 18-year-old Kylie was dressed in a skin-tight black bodysuit and posed as though she were a mannequin staring off into space. But it wasn't the lack of clothing or the bondage theme that had people a little offended, it was the fact that she was posing in a wheelchair. Many found the shoot to be demeaning to those with disabilities. In response, several users took to Twitter to explain why it was so wrong. A wheelchair user by the name of Nylan Morton tweeted, "I will never forgive Kylie Jenner for doing that photo shoot in a wheelchair. That was ableist AF because it shows that society would rather support an able-bodied person acting disabled than actually support a disabled person talent. We deserve to be given opportunities and chances." Amidst the growing backlash, Interview magazine then released a statement defending those photos. They said, "The Kylie Jenner cover by Stephen Klein is a part of this tradition, placing Kylie in a variety of positions of power and control and exploring her image as an object of vast media scrutiny." But that was not enough to stop all the backlash. Number 2, Khloe's new face. Khloe came under fire when she posted a video to Instagram of her morning workout. She included clips of her gym moves as well as close-up shots of her face. Although most of the comments on the post were positive, some fans felt the need to give their negative opinions on her looks. People wrote things like, "What did you do to your face? And I really need to know who this woman is. She changed her whole face and body." But when someone commented simply, "Do you miss your old face?" Khloe actually responded. She simply said no. So rather than defending her appearance, she made it clear that she actually likes the way she looks now. When another person wrote, "Try without a filter," she replied saying, "What does a filter have to do with the workout, queen?" Sadly, Khloe had to address her changing appearance many times over the past couple of years, mostly because people think that she's had excessive plastic surgery. Though Khloe has only ever admitted to getting one cosmetic procedure done, that was her nose job. She talked about it on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion special. She said, "For me, everyone says, oh my gosh, she's had her 3rd face transplant, but I've only had a nose job and everyone gets so upset, like why don't I talk about it? No one's ever asked me." She also revealed that she has done injections but not Botox because when she tried it, apparently her face responded horribly. And coming in at number 1, Kylie's bikini picture. In September of 2018, Kylie tweeted, "Last night I had cereal with milk for the first time. Life-changing." The post is still up to this day and it has reached 179,000 likes. At first no one was sure whether or not she was being serious, given that most people would have tried cereal and milk together or not had it at all. Even Seth Rogen called her out because he responded to her tweet saying, "Wait till you try peanut butter and jam." And other users followed suit with someone writing, "Wait till you try coffee with hot water," or "Wait till you try butter on toast." But fans were quick to call Kylie out, and one Twitter user by the name of Joseph Shepard even came through with evidence that proved she was lying. Apparently Kylie has posted a photo of a bowl of cereal on Instagram in 2013, and yes, the bowl had cereal, milk, and fruit in it. So obviously the internet remembers everything. But that is not all. In 2020, the reality star was also called out for posting Photoshop pictures on Instagram. She put up a series of pics in a bikini by the pool, but she left in some very obvious evidence of editing. In one photo, the edge of the pool she's standing by is completely warped, which is probably a result of her toning her leg. And Kylie quickly deleted the photos only to share them again, this time with the warped pool edge cropped out of the image. But of course, fans noticed a blunder and they also took screenshots. Number 10, Selena Gomez. Selena recently shared a selfie with a full face of makeup to promote her products. But it wasn't just the gorgeous look that people were noticing. Her face looked notably different, to the point where it seemed like she had something done, like buccal fat removal. Selena's chin and cheeks had almost disappeared, which left fans confused and straight up baffled by the picture. She looked worlds away from her normally softer, fuller face, which is why some people were wondering if she had some kind of surgery or whether or not the picture might have been edited. Of course, there could be other reasons why she looked so different, like the fact that she was also sporting much lighter hair and not her usual style of makeup. When the picture was posted on Twitter, Twitter, thousands of people dropped comments, and they all seem to be saying the same thing, that she looks unrecognizable. People wrote things like new face, and I would never have guessed it was her. One fan claimed that they didn't recognize her in that photo because her face looked so drastically different. Another person said that they almost didn't realize it was Selena, and that she must have had a new face. Someone even asked if the image was photoshopped and said that for her face to look so different, the picture had to be edited and not just lighting and angles. If you're loving this video so far, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Number 9. Mindy Kaling. The Office star is noticeably slimmer these days, so it's unsurprising that she's been accused of getting buccal fat removal. In April of 2022, she opened up about slimming down and why she waited to do it after welcoming her second child. She told Entertainment Tonight, "I had my son in the first year of the pandemic in September of 2020. It was this almost extended maternity leave. I wasn't going to be on camera, the studios were shut down. After I had my daughter, I had to shoot a movie like 2 months later. So I was very much like, give me the grilled salmon and sauteed spinach. I'm going to eat that for 3 months." But when Hollywood started opening up again in 2021, Mindy started thinking about putting in more consideration for what she's been eating and focusing on slimming down. She then posted a photo of herself on Instagram looking noticeably slimmer in March of 2022. She opened up to fans about how she lost weight, even though she didn't reveal exactly how many pounds that she dropped. Mindy said, "Honestly, I really didn't do anything differently. I eat what I like to eat. If I do any kind of restrictive diet, it never really works for me. I just eat less of it. I wish there was something more juicy or dynamic about the way that I've lost a little bit of weight, but that's just the way I've done it." Overall, her weight loss was quite a big one, and it certainly left fans divided over whether or not she even should be sharing tips on how she did it, although there is no doubt that she is really happy with those results. Number 8. Julia Fox. The actress and model has come under fire recently as some people have criticized her rapid weight loss over the last few months. In response, Julia got candid about her health journey and explained the cause of her losing weight after having a child and dating Kanye West. Apparently, the rapper had a huge impact on her when it came to her physical well-being. She spoke to the New York Times in March following her split from Kanye and said, "I tried my best to make the relationship work. I already had a jam-packed life. So how do I fit this really big personality into this already full life? It wasn't sustainable. I lost like 15 pounds in that month." If you didn't know, Kanye and Julia made headlines during their February romance as they first drew worldwide attention for their coordinated looks for Paris Fashion Week, which was actually double denim. While their relationship did seem like a huge publicity stunt, some people say it was an attempt on Kanye's part to make Kim Kardashian jealous, and Julia was at least very honest about what it was and what it wasn't. She spoke even more about her rapid weight loss in a November TikTok video, explaining that it was completely unintentional. She acknowledged the fact that she used to be known for her curves before giving birth to her son in early 2021, but she insisted that chasing a toddler around was what contributed to her thinner frame. Number 7. Gisele Bündchen. It's not shocking to think that a supermodel would have gotten buccal fat removal, and while that is something Gisele has been accused of, we'll never really know if it's true. The only surgery she has admitted to is getting breast implants, but there is a very good reason for that. In her memoir called Lessons: My Path to a Meaningful Life, Gisele wrote that in 2015, after she finished breastfeeding 2 of her children, she decided to get breast implants, and she immediately regretted that decision. She told People magazine about the experience and said, "All I wanted was for them to be even and for people to stop commenting on it. When I woke up, I was like, what have I done? It felt like I was living in a body I didn't recognize. For the first year, I wore baggy clothes because I felt uncomfortable." She said that she went through the surgery because she became very self-conscious about the way she looked. Quote, "I was always praised for my body. I felt like people had expectations from me that I couldn't deliver." So in the end, the pressure for her to have a perfect body was very real. Number 6. Gwyneth Paltrow. The actress is known for her signature hollow cheeks, though of course, she has not mentioned getting this invasive surgery in the past. In 2013, she gave a lengthy interview about her skincare regimen, and she talked about her strong aversion to plastic surgery. In doing so, she also let it slip that she had tried Botox at one point, and it made her look crazy. She said, "I would be scared to go under the knife, but talk to me when I'm 50, I'll try anything, except I won't do Botox again because I looked crazy. crazy. I looked like Joan Rivers. So basically she chose to insult someone to make a point that she did not like Botox. But fast forward to March of 2021 and she completely changed her mind. Gwyneth explained her decision to get injectables and she said, "I had a midlife crisis when I turned 40 and I went to see this doctor. It was a disaster. I didn't do anything else for a long time. I was bruised, my forehead was completely frozen, and I did not look like myself at all." Gwyneth said there was a lot of shame around surgery or injectables, and it would be nice in the future if people felt more confident about the choices they were making.
In our number 5 spot today, we have Lil Kim. Lil Kim is one of the most influential women in hip-hop and an iconic artist in rap history. With this type of fame comes hand in hand with being in the center of spiraling rumors as well. Kim has been widely talked about, with fans and the media noticing how unrecognizable she has become over the years. She has previously opened up about having a procedure done on her nose, which she got done after receiving a broken nose from a violent relationship. This initial surgery led to the artist seeking out more and pursuing further surgeries. It has been widely speculated that Kim has also had breast augmentation, chin and cheek fillers, as well as an eye lift. When recalling why she wanted to undergo these procedures, she revealed, quote, "I think I did it because I was a little too vain at the time. I was trying to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist." She didn't deny that her desire for perfectionism did become excessive at times. According to several sources, it has been reported that all of these surgeries have caused some nerve damage. This is unfortunately not what the rapper had intended. In our number 4 spot today, we have Angelica Huston. Angelica Huston, or as many remember her, the 90s Morticia Addams from the Addams Family movie series. This iconic star is no stranger to undergoing various plastic surgery procedures and has previously admitted to having collagen injections just to smooth things out. However, there are some procedures she has been put off forever, one being Botox. Angelica explains, quote, "I went to a doctor who said, 'Angelica, we have this wonderful new thing. It's called Botox.' He took a huge needle and plunged it into my third eye. The pain was something inexplicable. I gasped, and when I came to, I had a headache that lasted 4 days." This ended up not going well for the star, as she unfortunately suffered the consequences of stopping the use of Botox and plastic surgery. When Angelica said no more to plastic surgery, it caused her face to droop, leaving her unrecognizable to some fans. Though she will always be beautiful, it's unfortunate how the pressures of Hollywood seem to take hold. With Angelica saying the doctor explained to her how this is a way to keep her young, I can imagine that it's just really easy to believe them. In our number 3 spot today, we have Courtney Love. Courtney Love, an icon who has always admitted to loving to take care of herself, believing that even as she ages, she needs to look as good as possible. In 2014, Courtney explained to the press about her facial transformation. Never one to be shy to talk about what she has had done, she reveals how she underwent a rhinoplasty in the mid-80s, admitting to not loving her nose. She explains, quote, "That schnoz was not taking me anywhere by radio. I got my nose fixed and in 6 months the world changed." Going on to say getting this procedure when she was 20 is something that she has never regretted. When talking about her aging process in 2013, Courtney expressed how she wishes no one would ask her how to age gracefully, going on to say, quote, "Come on, I took advice from Goldie Hawn when she said I should get a facelift at 35. Never one to regret any of the work she has had done in the past, she explains in a Rolling Stone interview that she has had a lot of procedures done in the past, but she still likes the way she looks. Courtney says, quote, "I like the way I look. I've had a lot of work done, but it looks good." Even though she does look quite different than when she once did, what do you guys think about the work she's had done? In our number 2 spot today, we have LaToya Jackson. Getting plastic surgery, as we know, runs in the Jackson family, and LaToya Jackson is no exception. When first becoming noticed in Hollywood, LaToya was definitely a beauty, making it surprising for fans when she decided to hit the operating table. Fans have speculated that both LaToya and her brother Michael Jackson went to the same surgeon, as her current facial features are insanely similar. The star has always been open about her procedures, admitting in the past to getting a nose job, breast augmentation, as well as liposuction. Though LaToya seems to be a fan of her transformation, many fans have questioned her as to if she's turning into Michael Jackson. In our number 1 spot today, we have Cher. When looking at the legend that is Cher, her facial transformation has had fans asking, what has she had done? Also, never being shy to admit it, she has spoken about a number of procedures she has undergone, saying, quote, "I've had my breasts done, but breast operations were a nightmare. They were botched in in every way. Also being asked if she has had a facelift by the press, she responded with, quote, "Yes, I have had a facelift, but who hasn't?" The most Cher answer out there. Though many fans believe she looks good with her procedures, saying, quote, "I have nothing against non-surgical procedures or plastic surgery. To each their own, but if you're going to do it, at least do it right. Cher looks great for her age." Others aren't so sure, taking to Twitter. One user even urged Kim Kardashian to stop her plastic surgery procedures now before she ends up looking like Cher. Has Cher gone too far, or has she managed to truly stay young forever?
Coming in at number 10, Kris Jenner's bad Photoshop. The matriarch of the Kardashian family came under fire over a specific age-defying filter that she put on a selfie and a video that her makeup artist posted on Instagram. And this is not just a little airbrushing we're talking about here. No, this filter literally looks like it's AI. Because as you can probably guess, there is no way Kris looked like that at 67. Her makeup artist took to Instagram to post a video of her with a new glam look. But it wasn't long before people accused the two of them of using extensive amounts of Photoshop and criticizing them for trying to make Kris look so much younger than she actually is. While this is an extreme example of Kris editing her appearance, it's far from the first time she's been criticized for doing so. In 2014, she met Gordon Ramsay when she was promoting her new cookbook, and the two of them both posted photos of the interaction online, but these photos were shockingly different. In the version that Kris posted, the two of them are heavily photoshopped and she has noticeably smoother skin, but in the version that Gordon posted, it's a little more realistic. Number 9, Khloe Kardashian. A few years ago, an unedited photo of Khloe in a leopard print bikini went viral. Of course, she freaked out because the picture was posted supposedly by mistake. It was said that her crisis management team desperately tried to remove it from the internet, and they even sent out legal threats to people who were circulating it. The Kardashians' chief marketing officer released a statement claiming that the photo was taken of Khloe during a private family gathering, and it was an assistant who posted it to social media by mistake. Now, this was a very controversial moment for her, and fans were divided over how they felt about it. Some of them accused her of setting a bad example for women by trying to get that picture removed. Others complimented her beauty and said that they loved the photo even if she didn't mean to post it. Unfortunately, trying to hide the photo from public view only ended up encouraging more people to seek it out. The irony is that it was actually a very nice shot of her smiling beside a pool. In fact, she looked really great. But of course, some people use that as just another opportunity to try to bash her appearance. The whole thing was very upsetting, because if you think about it, Khloe has probably spent her entire life having to hear unsolicited opinions about her body. Number 8, diet suppressant lollipops. Kim Kardashian came under fire for promoting Flat Tummy Co.'s appetite suppressant lollipops to her millions of Instagram followers. She posted a picture of herself with the Diet Aid candy and wrote, "They're literally unreal." While Kim has posted sponsored ads for weight loss products before, things like meal replacement shakes, the whole appetite suppressant thing falls into a different, far more contentious category. The lollipops contain sadiryl, an extract from natural plants that is said to control cravings, food intake, and weight. But while the active ingredient is technically safe, many nutrition experts agree that appetite suppressants are a short-term, ultimately ineffective diet strategy that can promote harmful eating habits and exacerbate already existing disorders. The fact that the company product comes in lollipop form seems geared toward a younger consumer, which just makes it all the more troubling. Not only that, but relying on a suppressant is a distraction from focusing on healthy diet and exercise. So yeah, it is not a great option for people in the long term. Number 7, Kim's criticism. The reality star got an extreme amount of backlash on Instagram and Twitter, all because of those lollipops. Actress Jameela Jamil was one of the main celebrities to call her out. In response to the post, she wrote, "You are a terrible and toxic influence on young girls. I admire their mother's branding capabilities. She is an exploitative but innovative genius. However, this family makes me feel actual despair over what women are reduced to." Jamila went on to say, "Maybe don't take appetite suppressors and eat enough to fuel your brain and work hard and be successful, and to play with your kids and have fun with your friends, and to have something to say about your life at the end other than I had a flat stomach." And Kim got plenty of criticism from her own followers too, who accused her of promoting these horrible disorders. One person wrote, "Wow, I have lost all respect for Kim Kardashian, promoting appetite suppressants when it's literally Mental Health Awareness Week. There are so many people who battle or have battled with a disorder, and she is making not eating look like it's trendy, disgusting, and selfish." Number 6, damaging Marilyn Monroe's dress. Although Kim is used to making questionable fashion choices, many people felt that she sank to a new low when she decided to wear the famous Marilyn dress dress. This historical item was actually worn by Marilyn Monroe herself when she was singing Happy Birthday to President Kennedy back in 1962. It was lent out to her by Ripley's Museum. Scott Fortner, a collector who shared photos of the dress in a blog post after Kim had returned it, posted photos which appeared to show stretched fabric and missing crystals on the back. Not only that, but while she was being interviewed on the red carpet, Kim said that when she first tried the dress on, it didn't actually fit her. So to ensure that the delicate fabric wouldn't tear, she dropped 16 pounds ahead of the event in order to try and squeeze into it. She then changed into a replica once she got to the entrance of the party because she could not walk up the museum steps of the Met Gala without ripping the original. But the fact that she was even allowed to wear it was enough to anger fans everywhere. It was bought by the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in a 2016 auction for $4.8 million. And it's usually kept in a darkened, temperature-controlled vault at 40 to 50% humidity to try to preserve the delicate fabric. So of course people were fuming that Kim permanently damaged the dress, especially because when you consider the design of it, the fabric is quite literally irreparable. Number 5. Jessica Simpson. The 43-year-old singer has gone through a massive transformation over the years, but particularly after giving birth to her daughter Birdie Mae in 2019. Jessica revealed on Instagram that she had lost 100 pounds in only 6 months after she and her husband Eric Johnson welcomed their third child together. She shared that she was so proud to feel like herself again and credits her longtime trainer for helping her shed the pounds in such a short amount of time. Although she looks dramatically slimmer now, Jessica has been open about her past struggles with her weight, which eventually led to some major plastic surgery disasters. In her 2020 memoir, Open Book, she revealed that she had 2 tummy tucks in 2015, and the second one was apparently riddled with complications. In the memoir, she wrote, "I got an infection, colitis, and was vomiting so much I thought I was going to bust my sutures." She had to spend 9 days in hospital and she narrowly avoided needing a blood transplant. It was sad because all she wanted to do was get rid of the stretch marks and the loose skin that was left from her back-to-back pregnancies. Looking back on that surgery, Jessica claimed that she did it because she wasn't strong enough to handle her own insecurities, but now she feels so much more proud about her body. Number 4. Kelly Ripa. The Live with Kelly and Ryan host has dealt with a lot of skinny shaming over the years and accusations of plastic surgery. By now she said she's very used to people body shaming her and she actually enjoys firing back at trolls. She posted an Instagram video of herself reading mean comments about her size and people complaining about her wearing too much makeup. Kelly then made a joke that she actually wears more makeup than a wax figure, and she would know since there is a wax figure of her at Madame Tussauds. But most trolls attack Kelly's weight, and one user wrote that they think her head looks too big for her tiny body. She clapped back at them by telling them that the word "too" was misspelled, but unfortunately she is all too familiar with comments about her small frame. In fact, her husband Mark even had to come to his wife's defense on Instagram in 2018 after several people would not stop criticizing her just for being skinny. Quote, "She works extremely hard in her professional life and her commitment to exercise and a healthy diet is admirable and the benefits show." So you gotta love the support from the husband, which is really great to see. Number 3. Yolanda Hadid. In 2019, the former model and reality TV star announced that she had undone all of her plastic surgery, her fillers and hair extensions after years of having work done to herself. She posted a mirror selfie on Instagram with the caption, "55 and smiling from the inside out. Finally got back to the original 1964, living in a body free of breast implants, fillers, Botox, extensions, and all the BS I thought I needed in order to keep up with what society conditioned me to believe was what a sexy woman should look like, until the toxicity of it all almost killed me." So what do you think is the reason that she had all of her procedures reversed? Well, she realized that the adjustments that she made to her body were potentially harmful. She explained that it took her many years of undoing the bad choices that she made for herself before she finally found the freedom of internal beauty. Yolanda said, "Your health is your wealth, so please make educated decisions. Research the partial information you're given by our broken system before putting anything foreign in your body." Number 2. Victoria Beckham. The former Spice Girl has gotten a lot of criticism for her thin figure over the years, and of course people claiming that she's had surgery like liposuction or buccal fat removal, all to get her hollowed out cheeks. But that is actually not the case. When talking about the constant comments on her body, she said, quote, "I've had Porky Posh on a headline, I've had Skeletal Posh, and after I had Brooklyn there was a picture on the front page of a newspaper pointing to every single part of my body where I had to focus on losing losing the weight from. Undoubtedly, Victoria's experience of body shaming was unacceptable, and things have certainly changed in some ways since those days. Victoria even admits that nowadays there would be an outcry if someone was asked to weigh themselves live on TV, but that's not to say that body shaming still doesn't occur on the regular. And she's absolutely right, because Victoria's experiences with skinny shaming represent all the pressure that women face in society to be at this ideal weight. And coming in at number 1, Bethany Frankel. The star of The Real Housewives of New York and the founder of Skinny Girl products, Bethany Frankel, is among those who have been very harshly judged on the internet for being too thin. Although she has received a huge amount of negative comments regarding her weight, she doesn't seem to be too stressed about it, and instead she saw it as an opportunity to talk about body shaming as a whole. She responded to the criticism in a thoughtful way. In an interview with the podcast Fortune Unfiltered, she said, "I think being thin is a very, very polarizing thing. I think people get mad at you for it, or it makes themselves feel better if they can say, well, she doesn't eat and she works out every day, neither of which are true." Hitting back at the rumors that she diets like crazy or deliberately starves herself, she told listeners that she does in fact eat, and insisted that she instead stays away from fat-free foods and just sticks to smaller portions of the foods that she loves. Bethany said that she's also adamantly against weight loss programs. Quote, "The word diet has the word die in it, and it's a multi-billion-dollar business because diets do not work." So Gypsy Rose Blanchard might become totally unrecognizable after she decided to get a major nose job, which she says is all a part of her personal transformation. She recently opened up about her rhinoplasty, which she got on April 5th. Gypsy said that it went great, and while she was in pain at first, she's now on pain medicine for that, and it's gotten much better. She had previously said that she wanted to change the shape and the look of her nose, all as a part of a personal transformation journey that also includes a physical one. Apparently, she'd been wanting to undergo the procedure for a while, and though she said that she can't breathe through her nose yet because of the packing, that will soon be removed this week. And so far, there's already been tons of speculation as to what she will look like after the surgery, but that makes sense considering the fact that changing your nose gives you a totally different appearance. So we'll just have to wait and see what comes from that. But the rhinoplasty isn't the only change that Gypsy has recently undergone. A few weeks ago, she announced that she had separated from her husband, Ryan Anderson, saying that she needs time to let herself find who she is. She made it sound like she needs to do a little bit of soul searching, but at the same time, she was also spotted spending time with her former fiance, Ken Urker. Ryan Anderson broke his silence just 2 weeks after it was announced that they were getting a divorce. He says that he is not doing well right now, and that the divorce just came out of the blue. He was apparently blindsided over how quickly Gypsy had jumped back into a relationship with her former fiance. He said, "I had no idea that she still had such strong feelings for him. I haven't spoken to her, so I just don't know what's going on. I'm at a loss. I'm really not doing well at all." In a TikTok video, he thanked his supporters who had sent him words of encouragement during the hard times. He said, "Hey everyone, I just want to say thank you for the support and the nice messages that I've been getting from people." Ryan recorded this video at his friend's house, and he says that he's been living his life and promised that people will soon see what really happened between him and Gypsy. As for Gypsy, she seems to be taking the situation a lot better. She made her own announcement online by saying, "People have been asking what is going on in my life. Unfortunately, my husband and I are going through a separation, and I moved in with my parents down home the Bayou. I have the support of my family and my friends to help guide me through this. I'm learning to listen to my heart. Right now, I need time to find myself and find who I am." Then a few days later, she was spotted holding Ken Urker's hand as they stepped out to run a few errands in South Louisiana. So it's no surprise that the cheating rumors have been going around non-stop. But things took a shocking turn when one of Gypsy's friends, a tattoo artist, alleged that she locked herself in the bathroom while Ryan was banging on the door late at night. Speaking about this incident, the friend claimed that he would get in Gypsy's face and just scream at her, and at this time, Gypsy was worried that things would eventually turn violent. Afterward, Gypsy said that she left the property and drove to her father Rod and stepmother Christy's home. Quote, "So her first instinct was to tighten up and be prepared, but she got to safety and called her lawyer too. Ryan is a big guy, and she said that it was really scary. In terms of her seeing someone new, her friend also said that people should just let Gypsy be Gypsy. Quote, "My main message is people need to let her live, let her experience. If they know that she's doing something good or wrong, let her experience that. Let her learn from it. I feel like in a way people are still trying to control her. Gypsy's cousin also spoke about their marriage and said that the relationship between them was never genuine, and over time her husband had become more controlling and more insecure. But it's not just the divorce or the cosmetic surgery. Gypsy has also been acting really strange on social media too. Even before all this, she seemed to be focused on deleting a lot of her old content and arguing with people in the comments section about random things. Gypsy Rose wiped her social media accounts and also announced that she will be offering content on Cameo for a price. The bio of her Cameo page says that she's an influencer and that you can message her for $20 or request a personal video for $100. The videos that she's offering include birthdays, Valentine's Day, pep talk, roast, advice, and questions. Gypsy used to have a ton of posts on her Instagram and TikTok page, but now both accounts are left with just a few posts. Some of these posts include her talking about being an advocate for Munchausen syndrome by proxy, information about her documentary with Lifetime, and how she got a haircut to donate her hair. The same thing goes for her TikTok, but with even less content. The page only has 3 posts that are copied from her Instagram. She did not say why she scrubbed her socials all of a sudden, but it seemed like she wanted to get that clean slate. She also released a documentary and an ebook about her life that was the main focus after prison. So clearly Gypsy really wants a chance to tell her side of the story in a way that she never has before. But sadly, she found out that social media is not exactly the way to do it. I mean, people are very nasty in her comment section, and obviously she does read the comments. Aside from that, there was also a lot of drama between her and Joey King. So Joey King famously portrayed Gypsy in Hulu's The Act, but she didn't speak with her before taking on this big role. Now the actress has said that she has finally been able to have a private conversation with Gypsy. Back in 2019, Joey garnered critical acclaim and several award nominations for her portrayal, but the real Gypsy was not a fan of that series. While she was still in prison, she called out the show and said that she had never been approached by the team nor did she consent for it to be made. So they basically took her story and decided to tell it without consulting her at all. As a result, a lot of speculation has surfaced online that Gypsy might have had some negative feelings towards Joey. But now Joey confirmed that the two of them have spoken since she was released from prison, and she's insisting that there is no bad blood there. In her Variety interview, she said, "She and I have privately talked a little bit, which has been really nice." Although she didn't exactly say what they spoke about, she did confirm that there is no beef between them. Joey said, "Having that private conversation with her was really lovely. We both know that there's absolutely no ill will towards one another. I really appreciated that we got to say those things to each other, that we were just really sweet and supportive, because people are stupid and people assume whatever they want, and people are just gonna make up stuff because it's funny to them." She went on to say, "There was no air to clear at all. There was nothing wrong. But it was so nice to just connect for a minute. I think it's so great that she's free and she can really start her life now." While she has criticized the Hulu series, Gypsy never actually shared anything negative about Joey. Not only that, but she liked the fact that she played her in the show. It's not exactly who she pictured telling her story, but she didn't really seem to be overly upset about the decision. When she spoke to Access Hollywood, Gypsy said that she thought Joey did a good job of mimicking her very distinctive voice. Quote, "I'm sure that Joey did an amazing job playing me. I actually heard an audio clip of her doing my voice and I think she got it spot on." She did have another actress in mind though if she were to tell her story in a future project, and you never guess who she wants to play her. Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. For whatever reason, she thinks that Millie would do a great job playing her, even if the resemblance isn't exactly spot on. But who knows, with all these projects going on, Gypsy might get the opportunity to cast for her very own TV show. It would be interesting to see a true crime thriller that was actually made with the person at the center of the story. Gypsy has also spoken up about the biggest misconception in her case, which she still says is the way that her mother was portrayed on screen. She said, "I think people tend to forget, or maybe they don't even know, that the reason why my mom was able to snowblind the doctors so much and the community is because she was so friendly. In the shows they're portraying her as mean all of the time, and that's just not how she was." According to Gypsy, she was also very charming charming and very relatable, and she would give a hug to anyone. Though of course in reality she was a different person entirely. Now even if Gypsy doesn't manage to make her own project, she's clearly trying to put out positive content into the world and use her platform for good. She recently updated fans on her dramatic hair transformation, which she did for a really good cause. She took to Instagram and TikTok to share that she had cut off 8 inches of her hair. In her post, she included a selfie with her new look, captioned with the hashtag express yourself, and a photo of her chopped off strands. She wrote, "It's never too late to start reinventing yourself, even if it is something subtle like a new hairstyle. To all the girls, boys, and non-binary, enjoy your life, express yourself in whatever creative ways makes you happy. Life is too short to hide your beauty. Let the world see you shine." She then filmed a TikTok video explaining her reason for the major change, saying, "So what I've been wanting to do for a very long time is to donate my hair to a charity that makes wigs for people that have hair loss or that are going through cancer. I've had my own personal experience with hair loss, not by means of health reasons, but if you know my story, you're very familiar with those reasons why." So she decided to donate her locks to a charity called The Great Cut, which provides hair replacements to children with medically related hair loss at zero cost to their families. And despite all the chaos going on in her life at the moment, she seems to have made a very good decision there, and a selfless one too.